We're recording now.
Okay, great. I'm gonna bring to order the Green Bay Sexual Offenders Residency Board, for December the 16th, 2020. We have, 3 members, present. Do we need to go through the roll call, Rachel?
No, I see Dean, Renee, and Faye are all here.
Okay. Next up is approval of our minutes of December the 9th. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make that motion to approve the minutes.
Are we doing the minutes or the agenda?
Oh, we should do agenda
Oh,
first.
sorry, the approval of the agenda, I apologize.
I'll approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of the minutes for the December 9th meeting. May I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start with our first appeal for Robert Little. Robert, are you available here today?
Dean, he is not available. He is actually sitting in the Brown County Jail right now per his PO.
All right, I'm gonna, since he's unable to make it, I make a motion to not approve Mr. Little. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
And I can't send the vote through, because only Faye is showing as logged in, on Civic Clerk. So we can do a voice vote and I can
Okay.
add that.
All in favor of the motion to deny Mr. Little, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion so passes. Mr. Little has been denied residency in Green Bay. 1817 Irwin Avenue. Next up is Mr. Joshua Lemmer. Lemmeron?
Hello?
Mr. Lemmeron, are you here?
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Alright, hello?
Okay, Mr. Lemon, we're calling you back to do a follow-up in regards to your treatment programs. Before we get started, I just want to walk through our revised process. So I just want to let you know, and I need your affirmation that you are under oath for the testimony you're going to be giving today. You agree to that?
Yeah.
All right. We are going to start off with, since this is a review of our follow-up in regards to your approval process for your treatment programs, I'd like for you to first, are you okay with treatment programs being discussed in the public forum, or do you want to go to a private session?
We can move forward.
Okay, sir, you have approximately 5 minutes to discuss your treatment program and explain to us how it's been going and what you've been learning. Go ahead.
It's been going pretty good. Pablo calls me every 2 weeks. We talk about 30 minutes each time, and pretty much went through and learned about distorted behavior and about like responsibility and the need for treat, and all about the facts about my case, and been learning about control, and right now we're working on covert conditioning with like the arousal script and aversion, about like how I was like, I play out for him and the situations and my the triggers for it, for my offense, and how I was feeling or my behavior leading up to the problem.
Can you tell, am I allowed to ask a question, or do I wait until he's finished?
I'll wait till he's finished and then we'll go ahead.
Alright.
Yeah, we're working on an aversion right now, and how like after the problem, after my offense, like how I felt like in a negative way, like there was like a nasty situation after that happened, or how my time was in jail, and and how like I was being treated and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much how what I've got done so far.
Alright, is there anything you'd like to add to your testimony, or is that it this time?
This time, yeah, that's it.
Okay, I'm gonna allow 3 minutes for each board member to ask you questions. Renee, why don't you go ahead and go first?
I just wanted to, if you could tell me what some of your triggers are.
Oh, for the
From the treatment. Talking to Pablo, like, what are your triggers?
we haven't had any negative conversations, though. I've been pretty much upfront with him the whole entire time.
But what are your triggers that caused you to act the way you did?
Was in the right state of mind because I was on drugs and stuff, and I just broke up with my girlfriend like a couple weeks before it all happened.
So you don't have any triggers now, there is nothing, is that what,
No, there's nothing on now.
okay, that's it for me.
Faye, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
I do not have any questions as well. We're gonna go ahead and move on to a quick discussion about how the members feel about the current situation and where you're at with your treatment. Renee, why don't you go ahead and begin?
Well, I like that he is going, got the letter from Pablo saying he is attending, missed one, but otherwise, I think from what I'm seeing, it looks like he's doing what we've asked of him.
Okay, Faye?
Yeah, I would agree too, and this will be, this is a number of times, this is a 90-day, and it looks like things are going well.
Okay, I was a little concerned in regards to his testimony, in regards to some more details of his treatment and how he plans to put them into practice, in his life. I didn't hear as much of that I would like to have heard. So, and that's the only thing that I have to say. So at this particular point, is there a motion in regards to Mr. Lemeron?
Well, okay, I have a question. Can he now respond to your statement?
Nope.
He's over that?
Testimony's over.
Okay. I'm gonna make a motion to approve Mr. Lemeron, address specific 201 Booth Street, Apartment C.
And I will second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve Mr. Lemeron. Is that address specific to 201 Booth Street, Apartment C, by the way?
Yes.
Alright. All in favor of the motion, please say aye.
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 Opposed? I am opposed. Sir, your permanent approval to 201 Booth Street, Apartment C has been approved. We will mail it to that particular location. If you do intend to move into a different location within the city of Green Bay, you will have to come up here in front of us for that additional location. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
No, I do not.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next is Mr. Nathaniel White.
Hello.
Mr. White is here.
He's on.
Yes.
Okay. Mr. White, we're here to hear your appeal again to stay at 930 Elmore Street. Again, I just want to let you know you are going to be under oath in the testimony that you speak today. You agree to tell the truth and the whole truth?
Yes.
Alright. First thing before we begin, we are going to be talking about your treatment program as a follow-up to your last time you were here. Are you okay to do that in public or describe to us, your treatment program and what you've been doing, and how that applies to, your ability to stay within Green Bay at that particular location. So go ahead.
Okay, we've been having sessions every week, and it's been about 40-50 minutes each session, and we've been talking about my empathy. I think I said that right. Empathy for the victim and other females. And then we were talking about how it would apply to my future, and we talked about a lot of things, like how the victim is, how I caused the situation, and I am taking responsibility for it, and that I should look forward to, like, my kid, family, and not go to jail again, and how everything else in my life is good to me, and how it became the situation I went through with the victim.
Okay, is there anything else that you'd like to speak to?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the questioning standpoint. Renee, you can go first.
Dean, there were people who wanted to speak on this item.
Okay, I'm sorry. Rachel, do you have those folks? I mean, I don't see them in front of my screen. Who would want to?
I think Monica wanted to speak. Sorry.
So, why don't, from the law department, why don't you go ahead and announce each person, and you will have 2 minutes to give your testimony.
Okay, the first one speaking is going to be Monica. I think is it Turbitis? I'm sorry.
Turbiatis. Nope, Turbiatis.
Go ahead.
Basically, in speaking with Jim, he did say Nate's doing a very good job. He's been attending all his appointments every week. He's been very compliant. I know we kind of started off a little later, but all of our office got hit with the COVID, so we were all out at different times. But he wants to continue the treatment, and they continue to meet weekly until further notice. And that's it.
Monica, and what's your role in this? Sorry.
He lives in our group home. He lives with Genuine Hearts, and I run the main office and all the group homes.
This particular sex offender treatment meetings?
I do not attend them. I leave them privately for him. I do get an update from Jim, just basically saying that he's very compliant with the appointments. He is learning a lot. We don't go into a whole lot of detail just because I feel like that should be a private matter between him and Jim. If Jim said that he had any concerns, he would let me know. Everything is going very well with him.
All right. Is there another person who wants to speak for or against him?
We have Shannon Windricks. I'm going to unmute her now.
Go ahead, ma'am.
I was told I would have 3 minutes. Did I hear you say I have 2?
Go ahead. You can have 3 minutes, ma'am, if you need it.
I don't know how long I need, but this has all come to my attention just within the last 48 hours. I live across the street from the 930 Elmore address. I don't know where to start here, but I'm not happy at the idea of this. Looking into it, I mean, I guess I had a misunderstanding about the house across the road, but I see that Genuine Hearts is what they call an assisted living plus adult family home, and their mission is to enhance the lives of aging adults and their families, offering 24/7 care in this home. So without going into other concerns first, I guess I'm wondering, why does Nathaniel need aging adult family home facility? Also, he already lives in Green Bay. Why does he?
Go ahead, ma'am.
We have yesterday. My house across the street, as well as the house immediately next door to 930, we are legal homeschoolers and have our children, of course. Green Bay is all home virtually right now, but we are legal homeschoolers, so I don't know if we have any kind of protection here as schools, but very uncomfortable with this idea of Nathaniel living across the street from us. We have a load of children who play very comfortably and regularly in a large shared backyard area immediately next door to this house. And I'm not the only one who's incredibly uncomfortable at the idea here. I don't understand why from what I understand, he should be restricted. He was charged. We have got no notification whatsoever from our city or our alder of any kind of situation like this across the street. Very uncomfortable with it. Do not approve. Will not friendly environment. That's all I can say.
Thank you very much. I just would want to address real quickly her point in regards to what you're licensed for, and then why is he able to stay there? Because I'm a little unsure about that. So go ahead. You need to be unmuted.
I'm sorry, I was getting a phone call. I had just declined. I didn't hear your whole question.
Nope. So I'm actually asking Monica a follow-up question in regards to your question that was a licensed family place for elderly care, and I'm just trying to understand why he was placed there. So go ahead, Monica.
So we are an adult family home licensed to take in a variety of individuals. And it just all depends on how DHS has it classified. We can take anyone from the age of 18 to a 90-year-old individual. What we specialize in is a lot of mental health, behavioral individuals that come in our home. So they may look perfectly normal on the outside, but they may have like some sort of mental health issues or behavioral issues. And all of our houses are staffed 24/7, whether we need to have them staffed or not.
Okay.
Can I say?
Well, no. At this point, your testimony's got to be complete at this point. Another quick question for you is he on a monitoring in terms of where he can go or not go in that facility and when?
Well, we have staff there 24/7. He is gone 90% of the time throughout the day. He returns at 4 p.m., like around 4 p.m., if not later. And then he has his staff at the house. There is another resident that lives there as well. So as far as like where he can go, he'll never go by himself without staff. He always has staff, and it's not because we trust him or because of what has happened. That's just how we run our business. We don't let any residents, unless house, we don't let them be without staff.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Renee.
so whenever he leaves, somebody is with him at all times.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
And how many other people live in your facility?
In that particular home, there is just one other member that lives there.
And how many staff are there then?
We staff it, there is one first shift, one second shift, one third shift. And then Nate leaves during the day to help our maintenance guy, so he's going and cutting lawn, he's going fixing different things at the houses, he's going to our CBRF, cutting their lawn down there, helping serve lunch, fixing things down there that needs to be fixed. So Nate has his staff during the day when he leaves.
But I think the question is that mandatory, or is it something that you're just doing because he's working for you?
No, that's just something that we for our residents. So we felt that anybody that comes in our facility, because we're not licensed to do like where I'm trying to think where we can leave our residents for X amount of time by themselves. All of our houses we staff with staff. All residents have their own staff.
Okay. All right. We're just going to move on to if any of our board members have questions directly
There was one other speaker.
Oh, there's one other speaker? Okay.
Okay, Carrie Brodegram, I just tried to unmute you. You're still muted.
Okay, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can you go ahead?
Okay, I live directly next door to 930 Elmore, and I have a lot of the same concerns that Shannon does. First of all, the only way that I found out about this was just a random post on Facebook, which is very disturbing. Also, I would like to reiterate that there are, at all times, home 12 kids in this neighborhood. And they all play in the backyards, which are directly adjacent to the house right there behind me, at all times of the day, because we homeschool and, you know, all the other kids are virtual. I also, in my research yesterday when I found out about this, Genuine Hearts does not have this property listed as a adult family care home anywhere that I could find. Questions about the residents there since they started probably 3 or 4 years ago. It's just kind of nice to know what goes on in your neighborhood. I would not be happy with him living there due to the nature of his conviction. And with mental health issues, I think that makes it really not okay. The windows for the house look directly into the windows of our house. So those are my main concerns. Not comfortable with this at all.
Okay, thank you very much for your testimony. I appreciate it. Renee, why don't you, if you have any questions for him at this point?
First one, Rachel, is, I think it was Monica, one of the people speaking against, asked about a legal homeschool. Is that considered a school as far as the city ordinance?
No, under the state statute and the city ordinance, it would have to be a standalone school building. It's not school purpose, it's an actual physical school.
Okay. I'm confused. I think it's Monica who is working at, Jen's
That was
apartments,
at
correct?
the house, correct, yes.
Okay, Monica, my question for you is, you're not at the house, it's somebody else, or staff, correct?
Correct.
Has anyone ever talked to any of the neighbors? I mean, look, he's been living there since September and they seem to think he's just moving in. I'm just curious on how that,
We really don't, unless the neighbors come and ask us questions. We don't, really to anybody, you know, we're there to do a job, that's it. If someone were to come up and ask us a question, we would be more than happy to answer any questions they may have. So we didn't know that we had to talk to the neighbors to get approval to have a business there.
oh, I don't think you had to talk to, I'm just thinking like goodwill of a neighborhood, you know?
Sure. No, I know we've talked to a neighbor beside us, in a greenhouse, cause she asked what we did, she saw our van, she saw the resident, she asked, and we did talk to her. But I think that's the only other neighbors that have really asked us any questions that I'm aware of.
Okay, and then, so my other question, to go back to when he leaves, he's with the maintenance person, the staff person stays in the house.
Correct, with the other resident that's there. Yep.
Okay, that's my questions.
Do you have any questions for Mr. White, Renee?
You were seen, to go back to treatment, you were seeing Tor Adkins? Why are you not seeing him anymore?
I am. I just need to schedule an appointment for him.
how often, since September, have you seen him at all since September?
Yes,
How often?
every other week. I think every other week.
Along with James Drake, or are they in the same? Are Tor Atkins and James Drake in the same business, same building?
No,
Okay, so you see both of them. Okay.
yeah, because Tor Atkins is a therapist
Okay,
at Oneida Behavioral Health.
that's okay. Thank you. Okay.
Hey, any more questions, Renee, or
No. No.
on to Faye?
So, Nathaniel, how long have you been, like, working there?
Ever since I came there,
And
I've
that
been
was,
helping
and that was, and that was like in September.
Yes,
And how many people, so there's only one other resident and then the staff person? Is that
Yeah.
correct, in the house?
yes,
So you make your own meals and do all those clean and wash clothes and all that kind of stuff yourself? And so what does the staff person do?
they I need help cooking or cleaning, and they keep logs of everything that we do every day. It's
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else? Okay. Mr. White, how long do you intend to be at that facility?
until I have put a petition into a Menominee court system, because they placed me there. For the Menominee court system placed me in this group home.
Okay, good. You have any idea how long you would stay there?
No, until I make a petition to see if I can get out.
Okay. I noticed in your packet you had no documentation for your continued treatments.
Oh,
Is
Dean,
there-
We had that letter from Jim Drake though.
I emailed it.
From the original, but nothing since September. I didn't see the packet.
It wasn't in the packet, it was after the packet. They emailed it to me and then I emailed it to the board.
It's December 1st.
Okay. I mean, since I don't have that in front of me, Renee, I don't know if it gets along, is it Drake's standard letter? Of how many treatments he's had and his status on it?
It says he started treatment on 11/17. He's verbalized ownership, indicating small amount of work on issues. I'm just going through it just to see what it says. It just says, I will continue to see Mr. White through the treatment process and work on issues related to relapse prevention and overall lifestyle change. It doesn't really say how often.
Okay. All right, that's the only question I have for him. Renee, I'm gonna start off with a discussion of where you think the status is for him. Right.
Well, I feel bad for the neighbors because the aldermen are not notifying them, and they are feeling like this just happened. He's been there since September, and we have not seen any trouble that we know of. Have you had any trouble, I should ask, since September?
No, none at all. No police contact whatsoever.
Okay.
All right, Faye, any thoughts on your side?
My thought is, it appears he's very well supervised and that he has a lot of support where he is. And I think that's a positive. I also do feel badly about the neighbors not having known before and had a chance to seek more information.
Okay. Just to, as a clarification, for the residents right here, those are both posted in the Green Bay Press Gazette as well on the city website. Anytime there is a sexual offender that's looking to move anywhere in the city, so that's the requirement that they have in terms of notification. Concern here is that I don't think because of his testimony, I don't think I've heard what I would have expected to hear based upon the number of treatments that he's had, both Jim Drake and the other person, in regards to his culpability in his sexual offenses, and his understanding of how to properly approach those things in a productive manner since he's been released yet. Is I'm opposed to granting any type of permanent residency or open-ended in this. From the group home standpoint, it seems to me that the United Nations had put him here, but has not given him the ability to know when he can petition, under what circumstances that would be appropriate, where he could leave and find a different place to live outside of the city of Green Bay. So those are my concerns.
It was Menominee County.
From Menominee County, okay, from the Menominee Nation. So, those are my issues right now. With that said, I'm gonna ask for any motion that the board members may choose to bring.
I'm gonna make a motion to approve him to 930 Elmer Street for another 90 days, just because of it being a group home. I agree with you, it should not be open-ended, so.
Alright, is there a
And
second,
bring discussion of treatment,
a continued treatment?
yes.
Alright, is there a second on that motion?
I will second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion to approve Mr. White for an additional 90 days, in which time he'd have to come back and approve that he is still in counseling at this particular time and how that counseling is going. So all in favor of that motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I am opposed. So the motion passes. Mr. White, you've been approved for an additional 90 days at that particular location. You will be advised by a letter of that determination along with the next meeting that you will be at, and you will need to bring documentation as to your current status within your treatment program. I may also suggest that in this particular time that you get some sort of a clarification from the Menominee Nation as to what circumstances would allow your release from this group home going into another location.
Okay.
So, all right, thank you very much
Yep.
for your time, sir.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Our last case. Apologize. Is Mr. Blodgett? Blodgett at
Yes,
Chestnut Avenue.
correct.
All right, sir. Again, we're here to go over your treatment programs in regards to the last time we met with you. I'm first going to start off with is that I want you to understand that you are under oath. Tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Do you agree to that, sir?
Yes,
Again, since we're discussing your treatment programs, you have the right to do that in public or private session, which would you prefer?
public is fine.
Okay, sir. You're going to have 5 minutes to give testimony as to your continued treatment program, what you've learned and how you're applying that in your life. Go ahead.
Okay. First off, I'd like to say the time that I was in prison, I went through the SOT group there. I learned a little bit about myself and triggers, but when I got out of prison 2 years ago, I did ask my parole officer to go through another treatment program, which was, it started with the attic and then it switched over to hangars with Pablo. In there, we discussed, the big thing was my distorted behavior, my way of thinking. I had met my victim when he was 10 years old through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. The assaults didn't actually start until he was 13. And at that time, when he was going through classes at school and church and stuff, and his own sexual health dealing, talked quite freely about different things. So I thought, so this must be okay. Otherwise, she wouldn't be bringing in for it stuff. And then the other big thing was that I wasn't hurting anybody. I didn't realize the psychological impact that would have on him because I wasn't physically hurting him. I didn't think about the psychological part. So, you know, then the other thing was, which was quite an eye opener for me, was the effects of my actions not only on him, which I realized, but also on his family and then the community as a whole. What I did was horrendous and it's inexcusable, and I paid for it. I talk very freely about it because I know others are going through it as well, and they need to understand their triggers and where they came from. So it all started back. I had gone through a divorce. I was married right out of high school. And a divorce, and then I had several, 3 to be exact, heterosexual relationships that failed. So myself, I was thinking, you know, maybe I need something else. Maybe I'm not straight. And then when this came up with my victim and sexual assault, that's where it all started from.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just, you know, I learned a lot about myself from Pablo. He was pretty strict. He asked a lot of hard questions, and a lot of issues were hard for me to bring up. But I did make it through. My partner, Sean, goes to see or is doing televisits, video visits with Dr. Jim Drake. And there are times that together we go through the counseling, both of us at the same time. So I have been talking, in fact, I talked to my PO Kim this morning, that I would still like to, probably after COVID, that I would like to continue talking to him. Not so much about SOT issues, but just anxieties and depressions that I have.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Is there anybody who wants to speak either for or against the merger?
Not that I've been made aware of. Doesn't look like there's anyone else on the call.
No, not interested.
All right, Renee, you're up first for questions that you may have.
Are you feeling that you're missing the counseling? Or, okay, go ahead.
No. Like I said, it was, the counseling would be more for my anxiety issues and depression than any SOT issues.
Issue for your depression.
Yes.
And,
No.
go ahead. No.
I had been on and off of antidepressants when I was in high school, and then all through life. While I was in prison, I was on and off of them as well, thinking I could handle it, the depression without the meds, which failed. So yes, I am back on them permanently.
And you didn't include a paycheck, so are you full-time employed or part-time?
No, I'm a full-time plant manager.
Okay. Okay, that's it for me.
All right, okay, go ahead.
I just want to clarify, so you've been at 332 South Chestnut for like 120 days?
No, that is not correct. I was approved for it. My partner and I were living at the Arena Motel. 332 Chestnut, we just moved into like May maybe 3 weeks ago, because it was being renovated, and they kept pushing it out with the COVID material, building materials and stuff were hard. So yeah, we just moved in here, but prior to that, we spent approximately 15 months living at the Arena Motel.
That's all I have, thank you.
I actually don't have any questions, so, I'm just gonna turn it back over to Renee if she has any thoughts on where she is currently at.
I'm liking that you're acknowledging your depression and wanting to see Jim Drake over that. I liked the letter we got from, who is your counselor? Pablo, yes, I'm sorry, know that. And the final report shows that you're very low risk. That's all I have to say.
Wait, go ahead.
So my comments are similar to Renee's. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, after reading the case file and looking at the report, that Pablo had along with the report and where you're at from a risk standpoint, I feel pretty comfortable. Looks like you got a stable position now that you're finally in the home, continue to work. So I think that you're on a good path of stability. And I think, you know that you need to stay on your meds to make your life a bit better for yourself. And so I'm pretty positive of where you're sitting, so.
Could I just say one more thing?
Actually, no.
Okay. It was just about my
Trying
PLs.
to be fair to everybody,
Yeah.
so you
Okay.
had your chance to give your testimony, so,
Okay.
unless there was a direct question to you. I'm looking for a motion, from the board. I'm willing to make a motion, address specific to, 321,
No.
332 South Justice Street, address specific. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor of that motion, say aye. Aye. Alright, sir, you've been approved, permanently to 321 South Chestnut Street. It will be sent there. If you intend to move to another location in the city of Green Bay, you have to one of us again. Alright, you understand that?
Dean, you just misspoke after the vote. I just wanted to clarify that it's 332 South Chestnut Avenue. I think you said 331.
It's been a long day.
I'm here for you, Dean. I'm here for you.
So, alright, do you have any questions, sir, or else we will let you go?
No, that's it. I thank you for your time and I appreciate your efforts.
Alright, thank you very much. Okay.
Let's see, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, when I looked over the training, it does say there that the applicant will have 5 minutes for rebuttal, but tonight we didn't do that. Is that because that's not there anymore, or?
I could have, to be honest with you, Faye. So, I thought as after we gave him his time to speak, that his testimony was over.
It's like item number 4, so the applicant, so it's, if there is a 5-minute rebuttal in item number 4.
Okay.
And I think that would be appropriate, given tonight's circumstances. I'm not too concerned because he was asked follow-up questions. The facility was asked follow-up questions, which serves the same purpose as the rebuttal. So there were clarifications that were able to be made by the applicant after the opposition had their chance to speak. So from a procedural due process standpoint, I'm not too concerned about tonight. But going forward, yeah, if there is anyone in opposition, we should give the applicant an opportunity to speak.
Okay, well, that's my mistake. So,
We're getting used to the new routine.
yeah, I thought it went pretty well, actually, to be honest with you.
Yep.
I did too.
A little faster than I thought it would as well, so, that's good as well. Our next meeting is, January 20th at, 4 p.m. If there's no other, items anybody would wanna speak about, I'd ask for a motion, to dismiss tonight.
Make a motion to dismiss.
For a second,
Second,
all in favor? Aye.
aye.
And Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.